Hello, welcome everyone. My name is Raquel. Welcome to Raquel Teaches Web Development. My name is Raquel, and today in this lesson, I'm going to be showing you how to embed video files using HTML. All right. And before we get started, I just want to let you know that the code I use in this tutorial is going to be available on my website, and a link to that is in the description for this website below. All right, so embedding video is very simple and very easy using HTML. Now, some people may choose to embed video the popular way, which is if it's available on YouTube, they go ahead and put that iframe embed code that's provided by YouTube. But sometimes you need to embed a video that's actually a video file. Sometimes somebody just may be sending you a video file. Sometimes that's all it's available. Sometimes it just cannot be put on YouTube for whatever reason. And so you can still display video files on your website without having to use a third-party service like YouTube. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. So for this example, I'm actually going to show you in the browser just a little quick tip when you ever want to experiment with getting free files to play around with your coding practice. I'm going to switch here to the browser. For this example, what I did was I downloaded a free video from the Pixabay website, and the link to this is also going to be provided in the description for the video. But Pixabay is a website that I love and use a lot because it provides free images, video footage, even music files. All right. So if you're ever on there, just go to pixabay.com. You can type whatever it is you're searching for example, cookies. Oops, I can't even spell cookies. C-O-O-K-I-E-S. And once you put in your search term, you can go to the right and select what format you're looking that search term for, right? So you see that there's different types of images. There's 3 categories for that, but then there's also videos and music, right? So if I were to search videos of cookies, you find, now the top portion is usually paid, a paid advertisement, but when you scroll down, these are the free videos that you can download. And they're very short, but they're usually just for demonstration purposes, or sometimes when you're just using something, creating something at home for fun or for a school project. So Pixabay is where I got it from, and it's a great resource and it's absolutely free. All right, so just so you know that. So we're going to start off, of course, with a blank screen to show you how to embed videos. And let's go ahead and switch to the code editor so we can see what that looks like. So let me switch here. And I've already typed some of the setup, or so to speak, the skeleton of the code. So I've commented it out. So let me just go ahead and uncomment it so I can show you how that works. So to display video using HTML, you're going to use the video tag or the video element, right? And the video tag does have a few attributes that you can include or not include. Okay, but some of the most commonly used ones are the width and the height and the controls, right? So width and height mean exactly that, where you can set the size of how the video gets displayed once it's embedded on your web page. And then controls, if you include that attribute, what it will do is it'll include playback controls such as pause, play, fast forward, rewind for the user of the video, okay? So those are the attributes in the video part. And then the second part of the element is called source. So within the video tag, you have to include a source tag, a source element, then put a SRT attribute for that source element. And you have to indicate the movie file that you're using. And you know what? I just realized I don't think I downloaded it to the correct place. I need to look for that. Oh, I did not prepare well for this video either. Okay. So you then have to include the SRC attribute, which is the source, and that's where you put the location of the video file relative to your code, and then the type of video. So in this instance, I'm going to be using a video type file that is an MP4 format, and so that's the way that that type attribute needs to be set. All right. Then in addition to that, before you put the closing video tag, you also can include additional text. And this is kind of like alternative text. So what happens is if this tag is not supported by the browser that the user is working with, they will see this message that says your browser does not support the video tag, or whatever message you embed in there. Okay, but that is the basic setup of the video tag and how to set all the attributes. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, first, I'm going to go ahead and embed the video. So I had already downloaded a video from Pixabay, as I showed you before. I think I saved it in the folder, but I don't remember. So Let's go find out. Now, I believe I called it waterfall. Oh, I did. Okay. Whew, and it's there. All right. So again, I love Visual Studio Code, but that's the name of my MP4 file. If it's located in a folder or something, of course, you have to put the full path of the file there. All right. So I'm putting the file path there. For width, I'm just going to put 600 pixels. And for height, I'm going to put 300 pixels, and I'm just going to see what that looks like. I'm going to leave controls on because I want to be able to pause it, play back, fast forward, whatever. So let's go ahead and switch to the browser, and let's refresh that screen first of all. All right, so there is a video displayed there, and you can see there's a play control here. The timer is on there, so you can see how long the video is. It has the control for the volume. It also has a full screen option, and I'm not sure what that is. Oh, you can set playback speed and picture. Okay, that's pretty cool too. Now, be aware also that when it comes to embedding videos, the controls and the way that this video is embedded will vary from browser to browser and sometimes operating system to operating system. I'm not sure why I'm not. Okay. So keep in mind that in this example, I am using Chrome on a Windows 10 computer. That may not look the same in Firefox on a Windows 10 computer. It may not look the same in Edge on my computer. It may not look the same on Chrome on a Mac or on a Linux machine. All right. So just keep that in mind. And if you are trying to achieve a certain look with the way that embed is presented, you need to go ahead and check on various browsers and operating systems to make sure it matches what you're trying to achieve. Okay. So just keep that in mind when testing and quality checking your code. All right. But this is the way that an embed appears when you're embedding a video file. And so we can see that when we can just use the controls and use it normally. I can hit play and it'll start playing the video. Isn't that beautiful, by the way? Waterfalls are just so relaxing to watch, right? But I can pause it. Let's see what happens when I hit this full screen. Oh, it does make it full screen. Okay, very nice. Playback speed. Okay, great. This is one of the things I like about YouTube, too, that lets you set playback speed. So let's see what happens when we put it at 2 and hit play. Oh, wow. Looks like a faucet at home. All right, very cool. But yeah, and you'll see that it also has the timing locator, right? So you can drag it back and forth, and you can rewind to the beginning to a certain spot. You can fast forward as you need. Okay. Now, I actually do want to show one more thing. I want to show what it looks like when the controls are not included and what happens. All right, so let's go back to this code editor for a second, and let's just take off the controls attribute, and let's see what happens. And there is actually one more attribute I just remembered that I want to show. So let's go ahead and switch back to the browser and refresh. Let's refresh here. All right, so there are no controls. So then how would you play? You know, that's a good question. I don't know how that would work. So I guess you would need to put on the other attribute that I was going to show you. So let me switch back to the editor here. So one of the other attributes that you can include is called autoplay, which means that the video will start to play automatically as soon as it's loaded on the page. So let's see what that looks like. So on here, should be able to just put autoplay. And look, it's, again, one of the things I love about Visual Studio Code. It will show you attributes if you start to type something that's relevant, and it'll tell you how it works. And it'll tell you here. So for example, it says a Boolean attribute. If specified, the video automatically begins to play back as soon as it can do so without stopping to finish loading the data. So let's just add the autoplay attribute there. Let's save those changes. And let's go back to the browser and refresh. And let's see what happens. It is not working. And I think that's also due to the browser. So I think some browsers. So let me see. I think there's one more attribute for the sound that if you turn off the sound, it may autoplay. I think that's something that Chrome does. It's very annoying, but, or is it audio? I don't remember. But it looks like autoplay does not work in Chrome. It does work though. So just keep that in mind. But for the most part, you definitely want to include controls because from what I see, there's no other way to get it to start to play unless you do that. So make sure you give the user what they need to actually watch the video, okay? And so that's how that works. Again, beautiful. All right, so that's a way, that is how you can embed a video file on your web page by using that tag, the video tag. So I hope that you found that useful. If you did, please go ahead and hit the like button for this video. If you know someone that would find it useful, please feel free to go ahead and share this video with them. And if you would like to be notified of any future videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's free and I would greatly appreciate it. So thanks again for taking the time out of your day to check out this video. Have a good rest of your day and God bless.